Hey everybody, Doug with Newberger and Company here with my Mastermind Professional Development Business Advisory Sphere. Again, we have Tom, Brett, Steve, and myself. And I drew the short stick because guess what? I don't have an American flag behind me, so I have to kick us off. I'm going to kick us off by introducing a new concept that we're going to focus on over the next series of videos. And that concept is, what are business owners saying? So each of us, we're going to go through a quick overview of what we're seeing out there in the marketplace and more specifically how we can help some of those challenges. So, Tommy, why don't you start us off, and then Steve and Brett, you can chime in as well.
Sure. Yeah. One of the things that we're hearing is business leaders are, working very hard at ways to protect their organizations and protect their people moving forward, right? A big piece of that is understanding their employee overhead and the risk exposure of using multiple vendors to facilitate things like payroll, HR services, benefits. So a valuable service that Insperity provides any company is a financial and risk analysis. And what this does is it gives them not only a look at their current exposure, but a 12-month look ahead. And this is such a valuable tool as businesses look to kind of protect their organization and to accurately understand, where resources are being allocated. Steve, what do you see?
Yeah, for us, our clients are really focused on their cash flow management and employee retention. So what we're doing is we're working with our clients and preparing a rolling 13-week cash flow forecast so they can somewhat understand what their cash flows are going to be. And of course, that's updated weekly. So we're helping them with that. The other thing is the employee retention. So one of the real value adds we do at Supporting Strategies is we're going to bring in consultants as necessary. We do the bookkeeping side. We're going to bring in HR consultants, and we're going to work with business owners to discuss ways to keep their employee engagement high, keep their employee morale high through these difficult times. And then, of course, we'll talk about the employment law options if they need to reduce staff. So, and we'll factor all these back into their cash flow forecast. Brett, how about you?
We're having a lot of discussions with business owners, and they're talking about, is the recent economic data and the V-shaped recovery in the economy, is it real? Or is the economy just being propped up by unprecedented stimulus and massive government efforts? And the answer is yes and yes. But it's going to heavily depend on the industry you're in and the situation your clients and customers are in. Because of this, Dilian is staying along with you guys. We're working on with our clients to create 2 to 3 short and long-term business plans so the organizations can remain as agile as possible, knowing exactly how they're going to execute their plan in the worst, moderate, and best case scenarios. Doug, what are you talking about with business owners?
Sure, thanks, Brett. So we're having a lot of conversation with business leaders in the marketplace right now, and when we ask the question of how are things going, the answer we usually get is things are okay. And most of them right after that say things are okay, but they're not okay with the fact that they're okay, right? They want things to be better. And the reason they're okay and not great is because historically their business has grown for 2 reasons. One, they were in a really good economy up until this point. And 2, a lot of their business came from inbound opportunities, referrals, repeat customers, the reactive way of growing their business. And because they've been so successful at what they've been doing, their business has grown as a result of that. And now what they're seeing is that not a ton of business is coming in the door like it usually is, and they have to go out and generate more opportunities. And the problem is that their team is not necessarily trained on being hunters. That muscle has not been exercised for a period of time, and they need to go out and go get customers as opposed to wait for them to come to the business. So one of the things that we're working on is we're helping customers develop a proactive customer acquisition strategy, a sales process that allows them to go from maybe a cold stranger to a potential opportunity in their business, and making sure that everybody on the team has that process of going from generating an opportunity to bringing it to close, and doing that in a way that's efficient and effective and allows them to win business at their ideal margin at the right price point. And then the last thing we're doing is we're training on the skills to be able to execute on that process. And a lot of times those skills haven't been, again, exercised for a period of time. So what hopefully everybody learned today was there's a lot of business challenges out there. And if you're a business owner, you're not alone. The good news is you have some help, and you have some help from people named Tom, Brett, Steve, and myself. If you have any questions on how we help and if you just want to simply talk about some of those challenges with some advisors like us, give us a call. and be on the lookout for more videos like this in the future. Thanks.